Hi guys! In this video you'll see how the actors of the movie The Poseidon Adventure 1972 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Reverend Scott has leadership qualities and a resilient nature that help the other passengers not to give up and try to survive. He tries not to lose his temper, trusts God in difficult situations, and is capable of self-sacrifice. Roger is Linda's beloved. He is competent in matters of law enforcement, but he is far from always well-versed in simple life things. Sometimes he can get into some disputes with his wife, played by Ernest Borgnine, who died in 2012 of kidney. Martin, one of the few Poseidon passengers who managed to survive its crash. He was able to get along with many people, but with Purser had difficulties and sometimes serious misunderstandings. Played by Red Buttons, who died of vascular disease in 2006. Noni is the only relative of Teddy, with whom she also performed on Poseidon. She is not resilient, especially emotionally, and it can be difficult for her to cope with the situation on her own. Played by Carol Linley, who died in 2019 of a heart attack. Acris served restaurant guests on Poseidon. He is a rather pleasant man who is always cordial and courteous to his guests and doesn't make hostile remarks, no matter how unpleasant guests may be. Played by Roddy McDowell, who died of lung cancer in 1998. Manny Rosen is Belle's legal husband, knows well the habits of his wife and, despite the possible shortcomings of both her and his own, are in harmonious relations with her. Not devoid of empathy. Played by Jack Albertson, who died in 1981 of colon cancer. Susan had romantic feelings for Reverend Scott. She is not spoiled, able to be polite, and quite sweet. During the crash of Poseidon, she was helpless in many ways, and her nervous system was subjected to the strongest test. The role was played by Pamela Sue Martin. Chaplin maintains friendly relations with Scott and also had an affiliation with the clergy. Compared to his friend, he is distinguished by humility and more traditional views on religion. Played by Arthur O'Connell, who died of Alzheimer's in 1981. Robin is closely related to Susan, with whom he communicates well and generally knows how to find a common language. He can be attentive and sometimes likes to play tricks on each other with his sister, but sincerely wishes her well. He was played by Eric Shee. Doctor is an SS Poseidon employee who helps passengers deal with both poisoning and motion sickness symptoms. He doesn't listen to the arguments of others and finds it difficult to make concessions. Played by John Arvan, who died of a heart attack in 1979. Passenger like Roger was on board of the Poseidon, but she wasn't lucky enough to get into the group of survivors. She is well-mannered, not quarrelsome, but long-distance trips tire her somewhat. Played by Leota Richards. Nurse was in the ship's assistant doctor's office, can give accompanying manipulations to passengers and prescribe and explain how to make medications properly. Knows how to be persistent. Played by Sheila Matthews, who died in 2013 of pulmonary fibrosis. Purser isn't known for being dismissive, but he can be a rather obnoxious person at times. He is mannered and is not a man of action, which was especially evident in the sinking of the Poseidon. Played by Baron Webster, who died in 1991 of heart failure. Passenger is a rather sociable person who is not averse to attending mass events and generally has a positive attitude to holidays. He is quite observant and has some modesty. He failed to get out of the ballroom alive. The role was performed by Ron Stein. MC was on board of the Poseidon and took part in the New Year's holiday program. He has a well-trained voice with which he can attract attention and is also used to being quite active on stage, giving people his charge of positive energy. Played by Bob Hastings. Mr. Tingham, Eric Nelson, is one of the officers and the captain. He's friendly and doesn't neglect the company of other passengers and could easily join them for a meal or carry on a conversation. He's executive, but work is not the main meaning of life for him. The captain manages the SS Poseidon and even during the party promptly responds to crew messages. He could often get into an argument with his superiors, but had no right to go against their will. Played by Leslie Nielsen, who died of pneumonia. Bass guitarist, as Ship Sings, provided musical accompaniment at the SS Poseidon New Year's Eve party. He can play music for varying rhythm and performing in public feels like he's in his element. Played by Mark Tulin, who died of a heart attack in 2011. Crumb guitarist number 1, Waddy Wachtel, was part of the musical group that performed at SS Poseidon on New Year's Eve. He has a good feel for the rhythms of music and the general atmosphere, under which he can easily pick up the appropriate sound on the guitar. Belle Rosen was a professional swimmer in her youth and is married to Manny. She is able to overcome obstacles no matter how difficult, has a sense of humor, and is willing to help others. Played by Shelley Winters, who died of a heart attack in 2006. Linarcos is a representative of the shipping company that owns the SS Poseidon. It's characterized by the manifestation of exactingness and narcissism, puts his mercantile goals above the safety of people. Played by Fred Sadov. Linda Roger provided intimate services until she met Michael, whom she married. She is rather simple-minded, doesn't like to complicate things, but can be persistent, able to reason logically. Played by Stella Stevens, who died in 2023 of Alzheimer's. Terry, Susan's date, is one of the passengers on the SS Poseidon. He is friendly and can show signs of attention to the girl he likes, but at the same time, he tries not to overdo it. Played by Ernie F. Orsetti, who died in 2020 from a hemorrhagic stroke. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.